This is Beyond the Music. And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Music. I'm Gavin Castor. It's my week to host, and we are very pleased to have
having me.
Thanks for being here. So we were just talking about you're here, going to school here in Louisville, breaking into the big town. It's all a perspective.
Yes.
I say big town because you're originally from Walton, Kentucky.
Yeah, good old Walton.
Wow. This is where I got to go, because I was raised in the big city here in Louisville.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cool East Ender. Yeah, right.
Big town guy.
Yeah, so what was it like? We did live 5 years in Shelbyville from 95 to 2009, and it was, 95 to 99. And it was really cool because everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
Is that what it was like there?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we're 15, 20 minutes south of Cincinnati, so it's like a kind of a rural area, but then you have the city not far away either, so you kind of got the best of both worlds there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Walton's a pretty small town. Yeah.
But you could catch a Reds game or Bengals game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just a half hour away.
Yeah, I went to high school, you could see the skyline from my high school, so.
Wow.
It was, kind of like I said, the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Both the city and the country feel.
Yeah. That's why you don't have the southern drawl.
Yeah, well, if you talk to my grandparents and my dad sometimes, you can hear it come out a little bit.
Yeah. It's funny because here in Louisville, we are so diverse. Your neighbor across the street could have the southern drawl.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is. So, lots of fun. But you made it here, and we were talking about population. You moved from a town, 3,600 people, and you moved to Louisville with about 650,000 people. How was that?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, since it's my senior year of high school, I've kind of been scooting off of campus a little bit more lately because my first 2-3 years I was just kind of around campus, didn't really get outside of Louisville much. But now that I'm senior, getting into the big girl world, it's kind of crazy. The city's so big, I never even realized.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, getting to know the nightlife now, huh?
Yeah. It's fun.
You have over 60 venues that play music, with live music. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I need to hit those up.
Yeah. Yeah, I sound like a broken record because I'm a big advocate for Louisville, but here I go again. A couple of years ago, Time Magazine released top 25 music cities in the country, and of course you got Nashville, New York, L.A., Atlanta, Branton, Missouri, Memphis, Tennessee. Louisville's number 8.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not expect that.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
that's awesome.
So we're, here we think, well, we got a great music scene, and we try to compare ourselves to Nashville and stuff, but there are Nashville artists actually wanting to come to Louisville to play.
Wow. That's interesting to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did kind of get started up in northern Kentucky, so I'm just kind of trying to break through the Louisville music scene, so that's really good to hear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. How is the music scene up there? Did you play much up there?
I kind of just got started, like I said, a year ago.
Okay.
I started playing out with a couple bands, local bands, at some venues, but it was kind of hard because I wasn't 21 yet. And
right.
It's kind of hard to finagle and get into the bar scene, but like I just said, I got started about a year ago, but then I went to Spain for 4 months studying abroad for the spring semester, so I kind of had to take a little bit of a hiatus there.
Wow.
And then I got back in the summer and played a couple gigs up there. And then here I am in Louisville trying to find some gigs down here now, so it's been crazy.
So what do you think of it so far? I know you we first met at Mom's Music.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first time I've been there, and I haven't really been back since, but that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. They had what was it? It was a music jam. They have all kinds of jams there, and it sounds bad, but I was talking to Marvin Maxwell back in his office, and I heard a voice, and of course it wasn't you singing, it was Ashley Ledrick.
Oh, yeah, she's my good friend,
Yeah, and she has a great voice.
She's amazing.
Brilliant songwriter,
Yes.
great person, and we play her music all the time.
Really?
Yeah, So
That's
we have her songs on our database, and so I walked up to Ashley, and of course her dad was there with her, and I said, I know your voice, and you were sitting right. I think you were just finishing your set,
Yeah.
and that's where we met. So that's cool.
Yeah.
We're really really glad to have you on the show.
I'm glad to be here. This is awesome.
So you got a song lined up for us?
Sure.
Alrighty.
How about some Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton?
Sweet.
Okay.
This is Carrie Hall on Beyond the Music here on 100.9 WCHQ.
Used to spend my nights out in a barroom. Liquor was the only love I know. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. I look for love in all the same old places. Found the bottom of bars always dry. But when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. Yeah, you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey, Tennessee whiskey.
Sweet. Miss Carrie Hall, live here in the studio on Beyond the Music, 100.9 WCHQ. I'm Gavin Castor. Wow, what a voice.
Thank you.
So, yeah, we talked before going on air here. You've got a long history of music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I grew up all around it.
Sweet, sweet.
Yeah, my dad was actually in a bluegrass band. We went to festivals my whole life. He was in that band. He's been in that band ever since I was born, before I was born.
Wow.
So I grew up around bluegrass music. That's probably been one of my biggest influences. I also started classical violin at the age of 5.
Wow.
And played that for, I think, like 12 years. And one day I just decided, I don't want to do this. This is too structured for me. I want to sing. I want to do my own thing. So I asked for a guitar that year for Christmas, and I stopped playing violin and picked up the guitar and started singing. So
yeah,
that's how it kind of started.
So you weren't singing before then?
No, I mean, when I got my guitar, I just kind of like sang in my room by myself all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't really until like 2 or 3 years ago I started trying to get out in front of people. So, yeah.
Wow. That's cool. How does mom and dad feel about it?
I don't know. I feel like they're awesome. They're such a great support system I have. They come to every single show, and
Wow, that's
it's great. But I feel like they're probably tired of hearing all my songs. Like you said, I need to get my own original material probably to
expand your
start spicing
playlist
things up a little bit.
Yeah, we run into that, us musicians. You know, we look at, you got the same 50-song playlist. It's time to change it up some. It's hard to have a 3 and 4 hour playlist.
Exactly.
And when you add something more to it, and it's like, do I have to memorize that? But
it's hard to get more songs into your set.
Yeah, it is. And I found that's why the music stand is there, and I have it for song titles. I can remember the songs. Yeah, I can remember the songs and how they go and the lyrics, but I can't remember which songs I know.
I'm the same way.
So anymore, you know, and there's always critics about that. You know, you should memorize the songs. You should be a musician. But nowadays, in the days of diversity, it's not just, you know, being in a job market. It's like being in a job market where you have to be very diverse, very flexible. And I know of musicians that are in 6 different bands, and there's 6 different genres, and so that's 300 songs, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy. How do you fit all that in your brain?
One musician alone, he does rockabilly, and he does swing time, and he does country, and he does rock, and and
can't even imagine doing that.
That's
it's
insane. And that's why he has.
That's good though.
Yeah, that's why he has binders, you know.
Oh yeah.
With song lists, and they'll play a song, and you'll see him flip a page. Okay, here's the next one.
That's awesome.
And you just had a gig last week.
I did. Over at Molly Malone's.
Molly Malone's.
Yeah, I've played there quite a few times, but everything's kind of dying down as the weather's starting to get colder. So.
Yeah, that was an outdoor gig, wasn't it?
Actually, it was kind of rainy that night, so I ended up playing indoors, but every other time I played there has been out on the patio.
Yeah, it's right in my neck of the woods in St. Matthews.
Yeah, that's the only place I've gotten a gig yet so far in Louisville.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe I'll try to pick some other gigs up.
Yeah. Well, right now you're full of schooling too.
Yes, it's so hard to balance school and gigs and everything. So.
Yeah. You got a full-time, is that a 6-hour school day for you?
I'm actually in, I think I'm in 16 hours, so it's hard. It's a lot. And all the homework. And
all the homework, exactly.
Exams, studying, gosh.
Hard to balance all that, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's hard to focus, too. Like, my heart's in the music, but I know I need to be focused on school, so it's hard to not start playing music in my room instead of studying.
Yeah, well, it's not too bad, you know. It's nothing wrong with taking a break ever so often.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you study for a half an hour, and play a song, and then study for a half an hour.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I should start doing that.
Time management.
Yes,
You gotta keep your
I'm
priorities.
So bad at that.
You're a musician, dear. We are terrible at time management. I'm still learning. I'm 55, and I'm still 54. I'm not 55 yet, and I'm still learning time management.
Yeah, it's tough.
I have clipboards, you know. I've got this daytime job, and I have 3 clipboards. So to keep records on everything.
Yeah, my big thing is making to-do lists. I make an insane amount of to-do lists every week.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's a good thing. And I found, you know, usually the fall and winter, that's when a lot of musicians, especially the touring bands, that's when they start planning their season. The next season, spring and summer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when they start sending out emails to festivals. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Yeah, noted.
Yeah.
I'm actually just starting to like pick up on different things within like the music industry. I am starting a organization on campus about the music industry. So I'm learning a lot through that. I went to
Yeah.
an executive conference down in Nashville about it, so that was really cool. I learned a lot. We
That's
got
great.
to talk to a lot of different managers and a lot of leaders in the music business, so that was very cool.
That's what's going on now here locally too. You know, if you want to do something, there's a lot of bands that group together that form. A few years ago, there was a collective of bands, and that collective isn't much anymore, but I mean, they're big stars. There was Toonsmiths and Dead Tree Models and Been to the Gallows and the Debauchees, and they were all together. They would put shows on together. They call themselves the Cul-de-sac Kings.
Huh.
It was kind of a group of bands, and now they've all gone separate ways. The Toonsmiths, they're doing their own thing, and they're making big waves. They're pretty regular at headliners, and Debauchees were signed on to Sonoblast Records. But that's how big things get started.
Yeah.
They start
That's
out
really
as
cool.
seemingly small things, and you don't realize that you're doing a big thing until
It explodes.
until it explodes, and you look back and go, "Oh, we were doing big things back then."
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be me one day.
Of course. Well, that's why we're here,
Yeah.
So it gives everybody the opportunity to say, "Hey, I saw Carrie Hall on YouTube Live just a few years ago on that local station, and now look at her."
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
Absolutely. And talk about this place. This is Beyond the Music here on 100.9 WCHQ Louisville. I'm Gavin Castor, and Charity Radcliffe also hosts the show on every other Monday. We swap back and forth, and once in a while, when there's a really cool guest, one of us will crash the other's show. But you want to tune in next week. Charity will have Juke Joint Revival. Really great band. A favorite here because it's headed up by Kevin Cox, who is the Morning Jam host. And so it features Kevin Cox and Kelly Neutron Bomb, who is on Hippy Head Spotlight. And we'll spotlight some more shows, upcoming guests this week. We actually have 4 live shows during the week. But tonight, Miss Carrie Hall is my guest. You've got an infectious smile,
Oh, thank you.
Super bright smile. I hope everybody's watching on YouTube
Where's
Live.
the camera at? I don't know where to look.
Yeah, right there and
Oh,
right there.
that blue thing?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, you made Colin laugh.
Got you.
So, anyway, so this is where we'll go beyond the music a little bit. I'm creeping your Facebook page. It's
Oh.
really cute. You were up at Hubert's Winery.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah.
was so fun. That was my first time there. It's cool over there.
Yeah, it really is. This is, Louisville has a lot of great things in itself, but you're 30 minutes away from a lot of other cool spots.
Yeah.
Bernheim Forest and Hubert's Farm and Winery, Fox Hollow Farms up the road. So it's a really, really cool place to live. And which is why I always tell everybody who's visiting here, be careful. Don't stay too long because you wind up moving here. Which is probably what
Yeah.
you'll wind up doing.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I love it so far. We'll see.
Good. So, I hope you don't mind me going into your schooling. You have a
No,
major?
Yes, I do. I'm majoring in Spanish with a minor in economics and another minor in Latin American studies.
Wow.
Yep.
You plan on going abroad, working abroad in that?
I would love to do that at some point in my life.
Yeah.
My actual plan was to go to law school after my undergrad, and work as a translator to pay for that.
Oh, yeah.
Because they make a lot of money, I think. So
Yeah.
that would be cool. But ultimately, my passion is music.
Yeah.
But that's just my backup plan.
Yeah. So when you were in Spain, did you take in a lot of the music there?
Oh, they play an insane amount of Spanish guitar, and
Oh, yeah.
it's crazy how good they are. It's like
yeah.
so fast, and I can't
A lot
even
of
imagine.
flamenco.
Yes, the
Yeah.
flamenco. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But I was actually without my guitar for 4 months, and I like cried
my
every
goodness.
day. I was like, oh my God, I need music.
Why didn't I bring it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I went to like all the local stores to see if they had guitars, but they're all like without strings or banged up, or they just
Oh,
weren't
my goodness.
in great shape. So I never got a chance to play one. But
So, did you feel like you had a large part of you missing
I
while
did.
you were there? Yeah.
Yes, that's probably the biggest thing that I missed while
Yeah.
I was gone. It's the music.
It's weird because I don't know why I was thinking of this before the show. Probably because I took a nap and I watched the Travel Channel, and they were talking about in Spain they take siesta. People think they think it's a Mexican thing, but Spaniards brought it over from Spain to Mexico, and in Spain they are incredibly sociable people, and that's what it's all about. I mean, you go to work at 8 o'clock, and what time is siesta?
It's like 2 to 5.
Yeah,
Everything, all
2
the
to 5.
stores close. Like
Yeah.
nothing's open, so everybody can just go out with their friends or take a nap. Like it's
Yeah.
awesome. I miss it a lot.
Yeah, and
I
there's a
always-
reason for that 3-hour nap because
Because they go out so late.
yeah. So yeah, they instead of getting 8 hours sleep all in one chunk, they
Yeah.
sleep for 5 hours. They get up, they go to work,
Yeah.
and then they take a 3-hour nap, and then they're out till midnight.
No,
or
later, way later than that. It was
Yeah.
crazy. Like we would go to the discotecas. That's what
Oh,
it's
yeah.
called. And they would be out, and it wouldn't start picking up until like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
I was ready for bed by then. And they would stay till like 6 a.m. I'm like, when do you
Wow.
guys sleep? And I was like, I guess siesta time.
Siesta time. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It was
Somebody
really
said it's not a coincidence that siesta and fiesta sound so similar.
yeah. You sleep so you can
Yeah.
fiesta all night long. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, I miss it. The whole lifestyle over there is just amazing. So
Yeah. And it's all about, I mean, here, unfortunately, it's about gaining wealth. I hate that. Being an artist, that's just goes against everything that's in our fiber, you know.
yeah,
We're all about happiness, and even though the pursuit of money for some people makes some people happy, but it's not the way it is with artists.
yeah.
It's about making other people happy with our art.
Yes.
But in Spain, they're all about the people. The work is just something that you do
yeah,
from 8 to 2, and then you go out and you make new friends.
yeah.
Even
I
though
think their culture is a lot more relationship based than like
yeah, exactly.
busy, work. Like I
Yeah.
feel like here it's just like everybody's stressed out and has to get to this place on time and this place on time,
Yeah.
where they're just like, oh, whatever,
Yeah.
going
li-
to see my friends.
Yeah, yeah. Here we live by calendar appointments.
Yes, exactly.
One place to another, and yeah. Well, there is one benefit to that. This show starts promptly at 8:30, so
Yes.
everybody can count on that. In case you're just listening, tuning in, my guest is Carrie Hall. This is Beyond the Music, 100.9 WCHQ Louisville. You can catch us on our app as well. Go to your app store and in the search engine type in WCHQ FM. It's free, it's painless, and it's really cool. And you can catch our YouTube channel, which has up to, I think the last count was close to 1,500 videos. We are taping a live video right now with Miss Carrie Hall. And we've done a lot of talking and only one song. So
Yeah.
let's have
go.
another song.
Alrighty. This one's called House of the Rising Sun. It's a classic.
Oh, yeah.
There is mother, tell your children not to do what I have done. Oh, you spend your life in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor girl and God, I know I'm one.
Miss Carrie Hall here on Beyond the Music here on 100.9 WCHQ Louisville. I know one benefit of taking 12 years of classical violin. I mean, you're like a clock with timing.
That's what my violin teacher always
Perfect.
said. Yeah.
Perfect timing. What I mean by timing, folks, she doesn't slow down or speed up. Because even I've heard bands, because I'm very, even though I can't hold time all that well, I tend to speed up a little bit while I play. But growing up, Kiss's live version of Rock and Roll All Night, when they go into the breakdown and it's just the drums, Peter Criss slows down while they're singing. Yeah.
Wow.
And it just, like, really? This was, I think, 1976. I was 14, and I picked up on that. I'm like, I wonder how many people actually picked that up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, perfect timing. Great.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So you're singing. You're self-taught?
Yes.
No singing lessons.
Never.
So,
I always wondered if I should take them or not, but I don't know.
oh, you're sounding great.
Really?
Really,
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
So does your dad sing in the bluegrass
He
band?
does.
Yeah.
He is one of the lead vocals, and he does main guitar too, so
Cool.
kind of picked up on some things from him.
Yeah,
He's always been a big influence of mine, so.
that's great.
Mhm.
So has he sat down with you to show you the chords and everything?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when I got my guitar, he would teach me all the chords, and I would play them in my room to practice, and then I eventually started teaching myself.
Yeah, that's cool. Daddy's girl then. huh?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
That's really cool. Any brothers and sisters?
I have a younger brother. He is 18, I believe. 18 or 19.
Yeah.
Wow, I should know that. And a younger sister who is 16.
Wow. So you're pretty close in age.
Yeah.
Do they play too?
My brother is pretty good at, because I also play banjo and some other instruments we have around the house, but he
wow.
has picked them up, and he's pretty good too, so
Yeah.
he doesn't really play out though, so I always try to get him to play like drums or something in back of me, but
Yeah.
we can't really get along. He always wants to play his music, and I always want to play my music.
He's
so.
still in that angst
Yeah,
age.
yeah.
Give him another 10 years. He'll come around.
Yeah.
You guys are really young. So, yeah, music always, it bonds everything.
Mhm.
And
Sure.
I was thinking this when I heard you play at Mom's, you were playing House of the Rising Sun.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how music unites generations, too.
Yeah.
Because, my brother's in a band. He's 65. They're all a bunch of 65-year-olds, and they play Uptown Funk.
Wow.
And they kill it.
Really?
They nail it.
That's so cool.
And here you are, just turned 21, and you're playing House of the Rising
Yeah.
Sun.
I actually heard
And-
that at a bluegrass festival, because we went to
Yeah.
the Lexington Bluegrass Festival every year.
Yeah.
And I used to do the music camp when I was little. And
cool.
one year I heard these kids, they were in a band together, and they were jamming around a campfire, and they were playing that. I was like, I really love that song. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was like a rock song. So
Yeah.
I went home and looked it up a couple years ago because I remembered it. And my dad's like, you should learn that song. That would be like
Yeah.
a good like classic to learn.
Yeah.
So I did, and it's been my most requested song ever since.
Awesome.
So.
Well, you nail it. I mean, it's really good.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Thank
I like your treatment on it.
My
Yeah, I
version.
wanted to ask you that if you heard the original Animals version. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because there are some interesting things like Faith Hill. Her first hit was "Take Another Piece of My Heart,"
Oh yeah.
and it was nothing like Janis Joplin's version.
Really?
And
I thought that was her song,
no,
honestly.
if you heard Janis Joplin's version, it's nothing like Faith Hill's.
Huh.
And she heard another version of the song, and somebody asked her, Janis Joplin actually did this song. You want to hear that? And she did not want to hear it
Really?
because
Wow.
because then she would have something to compare it
Yeah,
to.
that's true.
So she made it her own, which was a very wise
That's
move.
good.
I mean, and she made it into a really upbeat, up-tempo country song, which
Yeah.
and it's a very good arrangement of it.
Yeah. I
If
love
you
that
listen to
song.
Janis Joplin's version is a slow, rockin' hard blues ballad, and of course she's known for her screaming. I mean, she just there's a live version of it with her and Mothers
to
of
look that
Invention.
up.
You got to look it up. I
Yeah.
mean, it sounds amazing. You know, both of them are just very good versions, and it's really cool the treatments of it.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's why I wanted to ask you if you heard the original,
I have.
you know, with the organ, because that
Yeah.
was the big attraction with me growing up. The big instrument growing up in the 70s was the keyboards, even
Oh,
though
yeah.
in the late 60s it was the guitar, and then it started migrating over to the piano with Elton John, and Elton John came on the scene in 1970, somewhere around there. Of course, Chicago, Saturday in the Park, they had a lot of keyboards and guitar and brass, and then Billy Joel came on the scene around 1974 with Piano Man. So, you know, people had a romance with keyboards, with piano, and so, you know, teenagers growing up, House of the Rising Sun with song with the organ.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's
So
such a great sound too, though. Like,
yeah.
I wish I could do that on the guitar.
Well, it's a great chord progression. That's the thing. That's the attraction of it. And I like to say a good song, a really good song, will sound good with just voice and guitar or voice and one other instrument. You know, that's when you know it's well written,
Yes.
well
sure.
arranged. So, in case you're tuning in, this is Beyond the Music, 100.9 WCHQ Louisville. It's 9:05. We've got another 25 minutes left in the show, and my guest tonight is Miss Carrie Hall, all the way from Walton, Kentucky. So, I meant to ask you. Of course, obviously, you're here to go to U of L. Was that always your choice, or did you choose different schools, or did you just
I
wanted
mean,
to see what Louisville was like,
I
since we're the
toured-
biggest city in Kentucky?
I toured every campus in Kentucky, even some in Ohio, and I
Yeah.
just loved like the bigger school, but it still felt like very personable and very welcoming.
Yeah.
Like I went to UK and it wasn't like that.
Yeah, I tend to say, "Hey, man, how about them cats?" I'm going to get myself fired here.
No, but I don't know. Every school was great. It's just I felt like I was at home at U of L, so
Yeah.
that's why I chose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. It's a connection kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because UK is obviously a bigger campus, and their agriculture school is amazing. But even when I was in high school, you know, I was told UK is the party school and U of L is the academic school. And
Really?
yeah, and U of L was about 1/3 the size it is now.
Huh.
Back then.
Yeah.
In my senior year, they just built a new music hall on the Belknap campus. The music school was up on Shelbyville Road, and
Oh, wow.
which is now Shelbyhurst Office Park, and it was really cool to be there. It's where I took my piano lessons, and down in the basements where they had the pipe organs, and they had ceiling tiles removed so the bass
Wow.
pipes went up into the ceilings. I thought, wow, that's amazing. And then they opened up the music hall down Bownut campus in 1980, and they have the huge pipe organ in there. I'm like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
but I chose a different route in life. I went straight into business and did not go to U of L, but it's a great great school, one of the
Yeah.
finest schools in the country.
I agree.
Despite the best sports program in the country. Go Cards.
Yeah, we're doing well this season.
We're doing really well.
Yes.
Yeah. What are we? Ranked number 5 right now. So way
Yeah.
to go, Lamar and company, Petrino and company.
Go Cards.
Yeah.
For real.
Well, and it's in every sport. That's the thing.
Mhm.
Basketball,
Yeah,
baseball,
that's what I tell people. Everybody's like,
soccer, lacrosse.
yeah, everybody's like, UK's so much better at basketball, but I'm like, well, that's only sometimes, and also we have all the other sports too, so
Yeah.
you can't really compete.
Yeah, that's right. Even the baseball team is
Yes.
always goes to the conference every year, and which I need to do some promotion. Our Cardinal Couple Show every Saturday at noon. It is the only comprehensive coverage of U of L women's sports,
Huh.
and we cover every sport in the sports: women's
Interesting.
basketball, women's lacrosse, volleyball, all of them. We talk about the players themselves, individual players, and I love to brag about this because one of the reporters, a field reporter, told me this story when they were building the women's soccer stadium, which is state of the art, really beautiful stadium. Architects did not even put in a press box for it. They took for granted, nobody's going to cover it.
Wow.
And then they found out about the Cardinal Couple, and they met our man, and they built a press box just for him.
Huh.
So
That's
it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And you can
Wow.
you can catch the Cardinal Couple every Saturday at noon here on the Q. So this is something I'm proud of,
Yeah.
proud to be part of. And that's what I love about this town, we got WCHQ and WFPK, of course. They played local music since 1996, and it's been said that the music scene here in Louisville is so big, it's too big for one radio station. So WFPK plays it, we play it. We play nothing but local music and programming, and of course there's other podcasts that feature local music as well. So it's with over 60 venues and countless of bands.
Yeah,
That
that's a lot.
it's hard for me to keep up. Over 15,000 songs in our database.
Whoa.
So and we're adding some every day.
Great.
Great stuff.
Yes.
So I'm talking too much.
You're good.
Yeah. In case you're tuning in, yes, this is Beyond the Music. My guest tonight's Miss Carrie Hall. So what is your impression of the music scene? Is it,
In Louisville?
yeah, is
Well-
it bigger than you thought?
Yeah, well, now that I've heard all these facts, yes. I didn't know that before. I didn't know it was that big, but yeah, like I said, I've just kind of been trying to break through the music scene in Louisville. All my gigs I've ever had were up in northern Kentucky until Molly Malone's. I played there quite a few times, like I said. But yeah, I need to get out there a little
Yeah.
bit more and get more gigs.
I was going to ask if you visited very many venues
I
so far,
haven't.
because you just turned 21. That's the
yeah.
downside of it.
A downside.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, you got to be 21 to visit most of these venues.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a struggle before, but
Yeah.
now for sure, I'll probably start getting out there a little
Whole
more.
new world.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, after the show, I'll give you the list. There's
that
there's a
would be
lot of
great. Oh my gosh, yes.
lots and lots of venues. Like I said, there's 60 plus, and then there's favorites we like to play. One of my favorites is New Albanian Brewing Company, Bank Street Brew House. I'll be playing there this Friday, and then I'll be playing Beer Nose Highlands next Friday. So.
I've heard I need to try Beer Nose. It's the best pizza in Louisville, apparently.
Yeah.
Haven't got around to it yet.
Yeah, I like to say one of the best. I have a lot of favorites.
Really?
Yeah, they have very good pizza, and Clifton's has very good pizza too.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
I love my pizza.
Then you'll have to give me your opinion, your take on it. Then.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. Write up a report.
Along with all your other reports, right?
Yes.
Your term papers and everything.
Oh, I have a report due tomorrow that I haven't started.
Well, you know, it's only 9:15.
Yeah, I got the whole night.
You got the whole night.
Yeah, I have plenty of time.
You pull very many all-nighters?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a procrastinator, so I
Oh,
should probably
okay.
work on that.
When you get around to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After I'm done playing music, of course, every day.
Yeah. You got to have music.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know, poets have to have their write poetry.
Mhm.
Musicians have to play their music.
And it's a great stress reliever too. Like
Yeah.
school stresses me out, so I have to play music. Just
Yeah.
helps me, you know.
Calms your nerves.
Yep,
You got another one for us?
I do.
Awesome. You're listening to Beyond the Music here on 100.9 WCHQ. I'm Gavin Castor. Miss Carrie Hall is my guest. And what you got for us, Carrie?
Okay, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. This one's called X's and O's. I had me a boy, turned him into a man, showed him all the things that he didn't understand. Oh, then I let him go. There's one in California who's been cursing my name. I found a better lover down in the UK. Hey, till I made my getaway. 1, 2, 3, they gonna run back to me. I'm the best baby that they never got a key. 1, 2, 3, they gonna run back to me. They always wanna come, but they never wanna leave. X's in the O's, they haunt me like O's. They want me to make them all. They won't let go. X's and O's. I had a summer lover down in New Orleans. Lived warm in the winter, let it frozen in the spring. My mind, how the seasons go by. I get high and I love to get low, but the hearts keep breaking and the heads just roll. You know, it's how the story goes. 1, 2, 3, they gonna run back to me. I'm the best baby that they never got a key. 1, 2, 3, they gonna run back to me. They always wanna come, but they never wanna leave. X's in the O's, they haunt me like O's. They want me to make them all. They won't let go. X's
Carrie Hall here on Beyond the Music, 100.9 WCHQ. So, what you listen to growing up besides a lot of classical music and bluegrass music?
Bluegrass, definitely country the most.
Yeah.
Always listening to country radio in the car.
Yeah.
I always had my mom playing Faith Hill CDs on repeat.
Oh,
Alison
yeah.
Krauss.
Oh, that's great stuff.
Yes.
Alison Krauss, I like to say more Americana than country. Yeah.
Yeah, she's more bluegrassy, yeah.
Bluegrassy.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of my idols. I love her.
Oh, yeah. She's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to a lot of Alison Krauss. Don't listen to Faith Hill, but I like her music, you know.
Yeah.
Was
Shania
it Breathe?
Twain.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All those girls.
Yeah.
Big influences for me, so.
That's great. That's great.
Yep.
So you plan on taking the music, you know, do you plan on riding the music wave, or you want to keep it?
I would love to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to get my degree.
Yeah. Yeah.
My parents have always said, get through school first, and then you can
That's right.
get your shot at music and see what happens. And if it doesn't work out, then you got something to fall back on, you know? So.
Smart.
Yep.
Very wise
Always
parents.
got a plan B.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. That's good. So you've got, I like to say you got a good head on your shoulders, you know. You can at least have a successful career one way or the other.
Yes.
That's
That's
great.
the plan.
That's great.
But yeah, I'd love to move down to Nashville after I graduate. That's always been my dream, so
Mhm. Cool.
see what happens.
I hope that dream comes true for you.
Yeah, I need to start getting on my writing a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what everybody tells me, so.
Well, you got a great voice. You know, a lot of times, of course, they catalog a lot of songs.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
I've heard that.
So, I mean, there's the producers down there, they listen to your voice, and they have 200 songs in a catalog, and they say, your voice sounds good here, your voice sounds good there. Like Alison Krauss does that, too. She'll thumb through catalog, and she likes sad titles. Like,
she does.
yeah, like Whiskey Serenade, or, you know, or Whiskey Lullaby, rather, you know, and she's attracted to that, and she'll listen to the song. If she likes it, she covers it, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome. I'd love to do that.
I hope that goes well for you, Carrie.
Thank you.
We appreciate you coming here. We still have 10 minutes left, and Beyond the Music, guys, actually the first of 5 live shows we have during the week here. The next one is Waggin Wednesday. We're talking about live YouTube live shows. Next one is Waggin Wednesdays, Tara Bassett. Every Wednesday, you get to turn on your YouTube and see a really cute puppy up for adoption.
Aw.
Yeah. It's really cute. They run around in the studio. Puppies or kittens. It's really cool.
Oh my gosh, I need that.
Yes. And then at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays, Tara has HomeGrown Radio Hour, which is actually one of the very first live shows we've ever had, which started about 4 years ago when we were just an internet radio station. And this Wednesday, Tara welcomes Alex Wright. He is one of my favorite songwriters, and you need to get his CD, Starlight Navigator. It's Americana, but it is, oh my goodness, it's an amazing album. Yeah. He produced it in several places. He recorded it in several places, actually. New York. Alex is actually a doctor, and he spent a lot of time in New York, and so he has a lot of friends up there. But he did a lot of recording in New York. He did some recording here in Louisville, Deadbird Studios. If you go on his YouTube channel, which is, I believe, Hear Alex Wright, Hear, he has a series of 5 videos called the Deadbird Sessions, where they play live in the studio, and it's fantastic.
I'll have to check it out.
But he has beautiful songs. Beautiful songs. Anyway, I digress in that. And then Thursdays, CJ Cumberland has the afternoon drive from 4 to 6, and then it's 6:30 Cumberland Country. follows that. And then, let's see, do we have his guest? No, but we have Hippy Head's guest following Cumberland Country at 8 o'clock, Mr. Nick Payne. So those are the 5 live YouTube live shows we have during the week. So we got you covered right here on the queue. So we talked about where you were from, Walton, Kentucky, Carrie Hall. Walton, Kentucky, 82 miles from here, but only 20 minutes from, well, you're 20 miles from Cincinnati. So,
Yeah.
Which is why you've got that, you don't have a southern drawl.
Yes.
Let's see, that's still south of Florence, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, so you're still south of the yawl line, I call it, because the
The
big water
yawl
tower.
line.
Yeah. The water tower, the famous Florence
Yeah.
water tower
Florence,
system.
y'all.
Florence, y'all. You go up in Cincinnati and you no longer in the south, you know. You're up north.
Yeah.
But you got to see, you were able to see pro teams play, the Reds
Mhm.
and the Bengals. And
Yes.
here, it's funny because people move from like Cincinnati or they move from LA or Chicago, and it's like, you have no pro teams here. But the college, well,
Yeah.
when you got championship college teams in both
That's
football
true.
and basketball, and, Louisville Bats are a really good AAA team.
Yeah.
And
Those games are fun to go to, too.
Yeah, they are, and they're the minor league team for the Reds. So
Yeah.
that's where Reds call up their guys
Oh,
from
okay.
Louisville
I didn't know
Bats.
that.
Yeah, so we got some cool connections here.
Yeah.
So that's
For
kind of
sure.
cool. So you like Louisville?
Yes, I love it. It's awesome.
Good.
Yeah, I want to start getting out more. I would love to see that list that you have for
Yeah.
music gigs, and yeah, if anybody out there is listening that hires musicians, then hit me up.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/carriehallmusic
Yes.
and find out more info and see some songs on there.
Carrie Hall Music. It's on the Beyond the Music page too. I just shared it along with the
Thank
YouTube
you.
live feed. And if you guys are just tuning in, fear not. The show is archived on SoundCloud. It will be on
Oh,
SoundCloud
good.
tomorrow afternoon. So Carrie, make sure you share it on your
Yeah, for
music
sure.
page. And I'll make sure to share it on the Beyond the Music page. And as well as the YouTube videos of your live performances. They'll be archived on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
So you
Awesome.
can share it on your channel. You have a
Yes.
YouTube channel?
I don't, but I need to make one.
You need to make one.
Yeah. I always
Cool.
use Instagram and Facebook, but I
Yeah.
feel like YouTube, the quality of the video is a lot better, so.
Yeah. But everybody communicates through Facebook anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't use YouTube that much except for when I'm working on the car, which lately has been a lot.
Oh.
A lot of great videos on there for working on cars.
Yeah.
But I digress. But there are literally stars made,
Yeah, from YouTube.
Pomplamoose, the music duo, they became famous through YouTube. And Lauren O'Connor, Lauren O'Connell. There's a lot of, there's the term YouTube star. you know.
Yeah.
They become stars through
Mhm.
YouTube. So
Yeah, it's a great thing to get out there for.
yeah,
So.
it's a great age to be living
Mhm.
in. You know.
Yeah.
You can become a star right from your living room.
Yes. Technology, gotta love it.
Gotta love it. That's right. All right, Carrie Hall. Great having you here.
Thank
We
you
got
for
about
having me.
got about 4 minutes left.
Okay.
You have your next gig lined up by any chance?
Actually, my next gig's in Northern Kentucky. I don't have any in Louisville
Okay.
planned, but hopefully I'll get some, and I'll be posting that on my Facebook page. So.
Cool. Well, meet up with me at
Yes.
Bank Street Brew House this Friday,
Okay.
and then meet up with me at Beer Nose next week, and I'll introduce you around.
Okay. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Very cool.
This has been Beyond the Music here on 100.9 WCHQ. I'm Gavin Castor, and my guest tonight is a very pretty Miss Carrie Hall,
Thank you.
rising star. And do you have one more to play us out with?
I do.
Cool.
Okay.
So I'll say my goodbyes here. For WCHQ, I'm Gavin Castor. Have a safe week. Peace to you all.
Okay. This next one's actually kind of cool. I always like to tell this story with it. I was playing a gig up in northern Kentucky, and this guy comes up to me and was like, "Do you know any Patty Griffin?" I was like, "I don't, but I'll have to look it up." He's like, "Okay, if you go home and look up the song Long Ride Home by Patty Griffin, and if I happen to be at your next gig and you play that song, then I'll give you a $100 tip." I was like, "Okay, I'm going home and learning that song." So I did, and thank God I did, because I absolutely love this song. So here's Long Ride Home. Long black limousine, shiniest car I've ever seen. The back seat is nice and clean. Rides as quiet as they dream. Someone dug a hole 6 long feet in the ground. I said goodbye to you, and I threw my roses down. Ain't nothing left at all, and the end up being proud with me riding in this car and you flying through them clouds. I've had some time to think about it and watch the sun sink like a stone. I've had some time to think about you on the long ride home. The day I took your tiny hand, put your finger in a wedding band. Your daddy gave a piece of land, made ourselves the best of plans. 40 years go by, someone laying into a bed. 40 years of things you say you wish you never said. How hard could it have been to say some kinder words instead? I wonder as I stare up at the sky turning red. I've had some time to think about it and watch the sun sink like a stone. I've had some time to think about you on the long ride home. Headlights searching down the driveway, house as dark as it can be. I go inside and all is silent, seems as empty as the inside of me. I've had some time to think about it and watch the sun sink like a stone. I've had some time to think about you on the long ride home.
This is Gary Sampson with the Kentuckiana Blues Society, and I hope you'll check out my show every